Okay, this story is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Divorcing My Wife Because She Tried to Take Me Away from My Family? Me and my wife met at a nightclub going out with mutual friends. Immediately after seeing each other and talking, we knew we liked each other. After 5 years of knowing each other, I proposed and we got married and everything was going well. Keep in mind that I am so close to my family and we go to a lot of my family events. Right after we got married, she started acting kind of weird. I noticed when we would show up to these family events, if I would walk away to talk to any of my family members, I would invite her to come with me, but she would just look annoyed and say no, and that it was okay. This happened often. Well, that's not a great sign. She pulled me aside after a while and told me she felt left out, even though everyone was trying to talk to her and invite her to play Uno or other games, and genuinely try to have a nice conversation with her, but she would just either not talk or just have an attitude the whole time. I was pretty confused as to how she felt left out if my family and I tried our best to make her feel comfortable. I tried to understand where she was coming from, and we left and went out to dinner. After that night, I tried to invite her to my cousin's party, but she just tried to talk me out of going and to stay home even though we had nothing to do all day. She started to ramble about how she wanted to move to Washington instead of being in California, and I just looked at her in confusion and told her I wasn't moving away from my friends and family here. She got mad and started saying how she didn't like how close I was with my family and that she did not want me to hang out with them at all anymore. That's pretty rash. We got into a huge argument, and that's when I asked for a divorce. Oh, that escalated really quickly. She burst into tears, begging me not to divorce her. I just walked away. We ended up getting a divorce. No way I am choosing a girl I've known for 5 years over my family. I'm just glad I didn't sign a prenup. Am I the astronaut for getting divorced? Glad you didn't sign a prenup. I think I understand it. Wow, that was like, yeah, we got a problem. Boom. It's just the escalation of this was wild. I think the thing that I would have liked to have seen a little bit differently in there is diving into the why. Obviously, it's not okay that she feels that way. Obviously, her trying to drive a wedge between them, not okay. Obviously, the way she was acting toward his family, not okay. Lots of red flags there, lots of things that are not okay, but rather than diving into the root issues and trying to figure out, okay, why do you want this? Why do you feel this way? Is this something we can resolve? It was just, look, these things are deal breakers, I'm out. And after being together for 5 years, that seems awfully rash. I'm not saying it wasn't warranted because the things that she was doing were that bad, but as a married couple, I think there's at least in my opinion here, in my singular opinion here, there's an obligation to try to resolve things before calling it quits, no matter how bad they may be. There are deal breaker things, but knowing why would be nice, even for us just hearing the story. Like, why does she not want him around the family? I know that she doesn't like how close he is to them, but why? Those are I wish we had answers for those things. I wish he had pushed harder for answers to those things. Am I the astronaut for divorcing my wife because she tried to take me away from my family? I don't think that's the question. I think it's, am I the astronaut for not trying harder to resolve or get to the root of the issues before going straight to divorce? The path to divorce was super short here, and I think you definitely could have done this differently. Maybe should have done this differently. I don't know. At minimum, I'm going to put you on 4 because I think you could have done this differently and explored it a little bit. Not that it wasn't a deal breaker, not that it could be salvaged, but I don't think you know if it could be salvaged because you never dug to the root, the core of the issue. Never dug to figure out what the real issue was and why she felt this way. Also, why she felt this way suddenly. You've been together 5 years. Why all of a sudden is this a problem? That's diving into that would be a good thing to try to figure out. Now, obviously, you felt strongly enough about it to be like, done. And she begged you not to divorce her, but it doesn't sound like she gave an explanation trying to smooth things over. So it was a non-starter, it sounds like. It's weird.